The 10 most dangerous beaches in the world. There were 259 shark bites in 10 years. The water is so dirty that there are no narrow corners. Swim once, you'll catch disease and die. How scary is the beach? New friends, remember to click on a subscription. Let's take a look at the 10 most dangerous beaches in the world. 10th place, Hanakapi Beach. When summer comes, crowds of tourists always gather by the beach. However, for those swimmers, Hanakapi Beach is a deadly attraction, although there are also soft sandy beaches and clear waters here. But a powerful and unwanted torrent can take you away at any moment, and the nearest safe area is 10 kilometers away. In winter, the sea will flood the beach under the influence of high tide. Even the most experienced swimmers can be dragged away mercilessly. According to publicly available information, the bodies of at least 15 drowning people have not been found, and between 1970 and 2010, about 30 people have died here. And nothing is more obvious than a humble warning sign near the coast. There are 82 markers on it for counting drowning people. His presence undoubtedly points to the danger of Hanakapi Beach. The 9th place is Gansifu. Great white sharks can be seen in many waters on Earth, but Gansfo in South Africa is home to the world's largest white shark drama. Even so, every year, many tourists still come here to experience the shark dragon diving program. The number of great white sharks observed in the bay can reach up to 18 per day. That's why Gansbeek is known as the capital of great white sharks. In 1995, the local community was the first to propose this tourism project to dive with great white sharks. It is overseen by the South African Department of Marine and Coastal Areas and Tourism to ensure that the project meets the code of conduct and safety regulations. Thrilling experience from before the boat ride. Start to the scenic spot. Tourists will follow the Iron Dragon into the water. Usually, only part of the cage is submerged. Tourists can still stick their heads out to the sea, then hold your breath and dive underwater to watch the sharks swimming nearby. This way of appreciation does not require complicated equipment. Even inexperienced people can experience. If you have confidence in your skills, you can also choose to put on a wetsuit for a close encounter. But even with the barrier of the iron cage, when these 6-meter-long monsters hit, it's still pretty scary. 8th place in Split Beach if you want to experience what it's like to liberate your nature. Split Beach is definitely the beach of your dreams. He is the only legal public nude beach in Mexico, and it retains the culture of Zipi City in the 1970s. It has always been popular with tourists. However, in the mouths of the locals, he also has another name, Death Beach. The current here is very fast, and there are hidden undercurrents underwater. It's easy to get swept away if you go swimming rashly, especially the circular currents near the coast can push swimmers off the shore. Although his scope is not large, but it's very powerful. About 50 swimmers drown every year, although a volunteer rescue team was later formed here, significantly reduced the number of drownings. Even in 2007-2009, there have been no drowning deaths here, but the recorded number of rescuers is as high as 180. So for your safety, better not to go swimming here. The 7th place is North Beach in this sea in western Portugal. The huge white waves never seem to subside. Sometimes it even sets off 30-meter waves. It's about 10 stories tall. However, most of these huge waves are not caused by the weather. It's because there's a Nazare Gorge beneath these waters. It can interfere with the influx of seawater, so the waves get bigger. And this feature also attracts many surfers. Many surfing records were created here. October 29, 2020, German surfer Sebastian Studertner conquers 26.2-meter high waves, breaking the previous world record. But beneath their legend, there are also many challengers who are in danger here. Even the most experienced surfer can't guarantee success in every challenge. For a novice surfer, North Beach is not a suitable training ground, likely to be swept away by those terrifying waves. The 6th Cape Tribulation without the guidance of real-world friends. It's hard to find this remote and beautiful coast. Until 2021, there will only be more than 100 people living in Cape Tribulation. Here are a small number of eco-hotels and tourist resorts that offer bed and breakfasts. There are also many rare plants growing. But if it's just to enjoy the scenery, then it is not recommended that you choose this dangerous area. These waters are home to crocodiles. They lurk at the mouth of the Sandpaper River. Sharp teeth can be lethal. The rainforest along the coast is also home to many venomous snakes and stone turkeys that can grow up to 2 meters tall. Although this giant bird cannot fly, but it is very aggressive. In addition to that, the translucent jellyfish in the water are also very dangerous. From October to early June every year, thousands of scented jellyfish will gather here. Their toxins attack visitors' cardiovascular systems. If you accidentally get hit, then you could be dead within minutes. 5th place, Skeleton Coast. The danger of Skeleton Coast definitely deserves his name. The natives here don't need slow people to call it the land created by God's wrath. And Portuguese sailors once called it the Gate of Hell. The cold poplar stream makes it foggy all year round. Annual rainfall rarely exceeds 10 millimeters. It was a very bad climate. There are still huge waves lapping at sea a long time ago. Hardly anyone can get out of here in a small boat. The only way out is through a swamp hundreds of kilometers long. And you have to go through a hot, dry desert. Not only are the bones of many whales and seals scattered along this coast, and the remnants of thousands of sunken ships, despite the harsh environment, but it has been transformed into a unique recreational park in recent years. There are abundant marine fish and a large population of sea dogs. Many wildlife documentaries also choose to film here. You can buy a pass at the entrance. Take a look at this dangerous place where countless sailors are buried. Sir, 4th place, Bridge Paddy Beach. Bridge Paddy Beach could upend your image of the ocean. Here there is no blue water or soft sand. The coastline is littered with rubbish and debris. The oceans are also covered in sewage. There's also a lot of urban trash. Decades ago, it's actually as beautiful as any other beach. But under human influence, the situation on the beach is getting worse. And in 2011, a large cargo ship sank and dumped 60,000 tons of coal, further exacerbating the pollution situation. Although many volunteers have taken the initiative to clean up the garbage here in recent years. However, due to the continuous discharge of sewage from the city, the pollution of seawater has not subsided. The sand on the shore was also affected. So swimming here is very likely to catch diseases, such as diarrhea or a sore throat. For children, the elderly are immune. For weaker people, more severe symptoms may also occur. The 3rd place, Bikini, is also glued from the appearance. Here is a dreamy and beautiful island at sea. Because away from the hustle and bustle of the city, so the sand was spotless. But as long as you stay here for a while, your body will leave indelible damage. The danger of Bikini Island doesn't come from animals or terrain. It comes from the radioactive material that fills the air. From 1946 to 1958, the United States has detonated 23 nuclear devices here. The total equivalent reached more than 40 million tons, and local residents were also forced to leave their homes, drifting on other islands. In 1970, someone tried to return here, but the level of radioactive material at that time was still at an extremely threatening level. Until now, this peaceful island remains uninhabited. The flora and fauna of the island have also been severely affected, although there is no official ban on people visiting the island. But for your own safety, I don't recommend you to visit this dreadful beach. Ekin Place, Uticliff Beach. Although the beauty of Utterclive will make you linger, but the unpredictable weather can easily put people in danger. In the past few decades, the mysterious and beautiful aurora attracts many tourists here. Although the permanent population near the beach does not exceed 22 people, but the number of tourists in summer exceeds 250,000. In 2002, more than 36 million tourists booked overnight accommodation here. Most of the time, the temperature here is around -10 degrees. The surrounding sea temperature is only 8 degrees. The residents here are mostly used to constant cold. Tourists are easily deceived by this seemingly calm waters, although this temperature doesn't sound scary. But once you step into the water, and you realize how dangerous it is, according to the authorities, people should be extra careful in waters below 21 degrees Celsius. The water temperatures of 10 to 15 degrees put swimmers at a well-known risk of cold shock. It's definitely dangerous to go into the water rashly on the icy beach of Utah Clive. But even on shore, adequate insulation must be done. The first place New Mina Beach. Welcome to the shark bite capital, a place where there have been 259 shark bites in 10 years. That's 34% of the world. According to publicly available statistics, 7 of the 10 most dangerous beaches in the United States in 2023 are located in Florida. Mons and Novosimina Beach is without a doubt the scariest one, however. It has also been selected as one of the surf towns of the 20th. Thanks for watching. See you next time.